What is up, y'all? It's Ultimate Bro Day today. We got chest and biceps. Going to run you through our entire workout set by set just so you can follow along. We are going to be hypertrophy focused today, so tear down those muscles just so they can grow back bigger and stronger. Typically, you'll see people do triceps grouped with the chest. Me personally, I prefer a more antagonistic approach so that your triceps don't get fatigued and your chest has to suffer from that. So instead, we are working our biceps, maximize the growth on that because they're not that much involved with a lot of the pressing movement. So we'll start with like, I don't know, 10, 15 minute warm up, then we'll get into it. Well, we'll start out with some band pass-throughs. One of my favorite warm-ups anytime I'm doing shoulders or chest day. I prefer to do it with the band just because it adds a little extra resistance. As you start to get a little bit better mobility in your shoulders, you can increase the band resistance as opposed to just doing it with a small PVC pipe. I ain't got nothing against PVC pipe. I've just always preferred being able to up the resistance a little bit with the bands. Aim for 10 to 15 of these suckers. After you finish your set of straight overhead, then we'll switch to alternating. Try your best so you come over the top to keep those arms as straight as possible. Just so everything you're doing is all rotation in that shoulder. Really try to pin that opposite hand down, rotate around. Same thing, we're going to aim for about 10 each side, 20 total. Also really nice using the resistance band. You can adjust accordingly. If you're not as mobile as you'd like to be, go with a little less resistance. We got very mobile shoulders, very good warm-up to get a little resistance on them through wide range of motion. Alrighty, kind of last of our warm-up. We'll do a quick warm-up set of chest, quick warm-up set of bicep exercise, and start getting into working sets. So first exercise, barbell bench for us. First set, I like to go a little bit quicker speed, not quite a full eccentric. Try not to lock out at the top. Just get nice and warmed up in that chest and shoulders with a really light weight for you. Just rep it out, get nice and warm. Aiming for 10 to 15. Alrighty, we're at the end of our warm-ups. Do a quick warm-up for biceps, get maximum stretch with incline dumbbell curls. As best you can, try to keep your head back on the pad. These ones we're going to do a little bit slower on the eccentric than we did for bench. Just to start to get a little bit of the pump. Still nice, lightweight, easy and controlled, aiming for 10 to 15. Starting out with eccentric sets, slow on the way down, explode up. Aiming for the 8 to 12 rep range, but if you hit 12 and you got plenty left in the tank, just keep going until you've got about 1 or 2 left. So. All right, back to biceps, same tempo, eccentric set, aiming for 8 to 12. Feel a nice, good stretch throughout the entire set. On your last set, if you got around 11, 12, or even went above 12 reps, bump up the weight and try to stick between that 8 to 12 rep range. Do that for all the exercises, and we're sticking with eccentrics. All right, we're gonna finish off barbell bench with the eccentric drop set straight into 1.5 reps. Finish off with a good pump for our first heavy compound lift. So let's get into it. All right, by now you should have a pretty good chest and bicep pump. Next, we are going into dips for your chest. On these sets of dips, we're gonna have 2 cues that we're gonna focus on just to make sure that we're maximizing hitting our chest. One, if you have a tapered dip bar like we have here, try to choose a location that is further out from each other so your hands are out as far as you can. That's still comfortable for your shoulders. Second off, we're gonna do a cannonball or a hollow stance, whereas a typical dip, you're upright like this. Now we're actually going to suck our knees into our chest just so that our upper body is aiming slightly down, come down, driving up, really isolating that chest and a little less triceps here. So we're going to get some triceps and shoulders in there, but we'll try to isolate our chest as much as possible. And we're doing same old, set to eccentric, nice and slow, controlled on the way down. Explode up, aiming for around 8 to 12 reps. If you need to, add some weight into it. So what I love to do at the end of almost every set of dips, when you don't have any more reps in the tank, throw in one last eccentric, nice and slow, 8 to 10 seconds, really fight your body weight down, maximize the hypertrophy of the movement. Alrighty, right after dips, nothing fancy. Shoulder width, easy bar curls, same thing. Slow and controlled on the way down, eccentric sets, 8 to 12 reps. If you're easily getting 11 to 12 reps or above that, up the weight until you hit that 8 to 12 rep range. So try to be as controlled as possible as you can throughout the movement. If your last 2 or 3, you need to kind of cheat on the concentric. Make sure you got nice and controlled on the eccentric. Tear up those muscles, man. All right, last set on easy bar curls. We're gonna do a little variation. If you're not a huge fan of the peak of your bicep when it comes up, you're gonna get a little bit wider grip on this last one. If you're not a big fan of the thickness of your bicep, get a little closer grip on this last set. But we're gonna keep same set format, focus on eccentrics, aim for 8 to 12 if you can. Nice and slow at the bottom, then at the end, throw in a couple 2 or 3 cheat reps at the top. So just be able to get a really nice burn and finish off this set strong. All right, we started with flat bench, got a little decline work in with those dips. Now we're gonna hit incline dumbbell bench press. All 3 compound movements today, and same old thing, man. Eccentric sets, slow and controlled on the way down, explode up, Aiming for 8 to 12 reps, so just put in the work. As best as you can, try to get those dumbbells as deep down to the side as possible. And when you press up, try to focus on pressing straight into the ceiling and avoid bringing them together. As you keep your hands on the outside, just press straight up and straight down. You keep a lot more tension on your chest, whereas at the top, people tend to kind of rest a little bit. It pulls a lot of tension off your chest. So straight up, straight down as you're running through, nice and controlled. Up next for biceps, classic hammer curls. Let's go. Alrighty, one more set of each. Let's finish strong. Very similar to my dips. On my incline dumbbell press, I usually like to, on my last rep, eccentric, fight as slow as you can on the way down. Even though you can't get it back up on the last one, just go as slow as you can to the bottom. You're always way stronger in the eccentric. All right, we did some fat grips on this last set. Get a little bit of grip and forearms in there. After we're done with our hammer curls, we're gonna switch over to single arm windmill curls just to bust out a couple reps, get that pump going at the end. Let's go. Alrighty guys, last two sets, we're gonna finish out with burnouts, deficit incline push-ups, easy bar preacher curls. Go to failure on both sets, finish off with a killer pump in your chest and biceps. Finish strong, let's go. Alrighty guys, great job getting through the whole thing. Killer workout. Chest and biceps should be pumped and on fire right now. But we are not quite done. Don't skip core. I always like to put core at the end of all my workouts. Since we did chest and biceps today, I'll do a little bit more upper body focused core exercises. So we're gonna do 2 rounds of 3 exercises for core to finish off. So let's finish off strong, guys. Get to it. Alrighty, first set of core is going to be GHD medicine ball wall rebounders. I know that's a little bit of a mouthful, but stretch all the way down to the bottom, bounce the ball off the wall, catch it, aiming for 10 to 20 total reps. Good stretch at the bottom, explode on the way up. Let's get it. Second set is going to be medicine ball, Russian rebounders. Rotate your core, explode side to side, slam the ball onto the ground, catch it. Aiming for 10 to 20 each side, so 20 or 40 total reps. Let's go. Alrighty, we got good upper and mid portion of the abs with our GHDs. We got good rotational movement with the Russians. Now we're going to focus on the critical lower portion of the abs with some captain's chairs. Basically, curl your butt up, try to drive those knees to your chest, try to control your legs on the way down, aiming for 15 to 20 reps. Finish off strong. All right, you get 2 full rounds of core, all 3 exercises. Great job if you got through the whole workout. Make sure you're eating enough and sleeping enough, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peace out.